Greetings, another Black Light special. This one, I'm mainly talking to my brothers. That's who I mainly talk to. Because it's going to be us, brothers, especially you young brothers, to take charge of the situation. Quit trying to make this Anglo corporation they call America try to make them feel sorry for you. They pretend like they feel sorry for you, man. They don't feel sorry for you. They not going to change. I'm drinking some that's mint. I got spearmint and mint growing in the backyard. It's you know what time of year it is. Drinking this tea. Warm the bones up a little bit. I'm gonna take you higher. Some of y'all gonna get it, some of y'all ain't, because y'all minds are being attached to the system. See, it's too many things you gotta get unattached to. The video games, I mean, you could play them, but don't make that your life mission. Sex, going in them clubs, making it rain, because you got a lot of sex addicts. Money, you got a lot of money addicts. Drugs, a lot of drug addicts. TV, some people all they do is watch that TV. Workaholics. I'm not telling you to go cold turkey against working. We're going to give you some alternative means later on down the line. And, but one thing will make it, this whole thing that I'm suggesting to you work. First of all, you got to be in the same state of mind or in the ballpark somewhere. We got to separate ourselves from those snitches, Boulay, and then we got to get a thorough knowledge of self. When I say thorough knowledge of self, you hear a lot of brothers talking about the pineal gland, and we don't know how to operate it. It's kind of like rusty now, brothers say they know how to do it, but they really don't, or they could have changed. If a brother know how to use his ESP and his voodoo, like they want to say, things would have been turned around. Just another way brothers is hustling. That's all. Just like Polite was hustling these forms right here. A lot of y'all brothers. You know how long I done had these forms? I done had this for about 30 years. Good 30 years, man. These called redemption papers. And filing the UCC1 claim on the straw man. You don't have to do that, brothers. That's money too. That's a hustle too. Anything involving this fiat money, you got to come up with that. Is a hustle. The best things in life are free. Remember that. That's the way the Creator made it. When we was in the Garden of Paradise, everything the Creator made is natural technology. It's natural. We are natural to it. It's natural to us. Our eyeballs is technology. You know, our heart pumping automatically. There's no artificial, like a heart machine they making now. And they got machines replacing the bones and so forth. Only the artificial man could come up with that stuff. We don't have to. We can repair ourselves, you know, if we want to. But we don't have to, Moors, you don't have to go down to court, to UN and plead with them that this land, they took it from you, take it back. Go down there talking about this land. We made a treaty that we was gonna inherit this land. Man, forget that. If you grew up in Detroit, if somebody takes something from you, you're gonna deal with it. Because you don't want to appear, you don't want nobody to run over you. If everybody say, well, you soft dude, think you soft, uh, then they gonna run over you. Now we do that with one another. But the Caucasian takes something from us, and we let it slide. One time, I'm talking to the brothers. Sisters, take note. I mean, they sent some agents in on me, disguised as vacuum cleaner salesmen. And I had my GAT. I had about 30 GATs, automatics, all kind of stuff. And me and my family we was just getting ready to eat. And see, I'm into that I had a cleaning business, janitorial business. But I retired, and I was just chilling at the crib, and these guys come around selling vacuum cleaners. So they came and they wouldn't leave. It was about 4 of them. And they wouldn't leave. They thought because I was an old man that they was just going to run over me. So I started thinking they was getting ready to jack me, for my little bit of money. So I had my grandson and my wife go upstairs, and I brought back down a little 3/8. I had it in my sweater. I didn't let them see it. I just cocked the hammer back on it, let them hear it. Clack. And it took the guy, that still didn't excite him now. So I, pulled it out my sweater, but I still didn't let him see it, and I had it up under the table. And I said, it's name aimed at your kneecap. So he went out and called the police, man. Police came back. Called me outside the house. And this is how they tricked me. They said, we heard there was some vacuum cleaner salesman giving the neighbors trouble. Could you come out, because they couldn't come in because they didn't have no warrant, And so I said, well, I'd rather go outside and stay behind my fence. So I was behind the fence, one side of the fence. They was on the other side of the fence, and I made the mistake. I was talking about them. I said, "Yeah, these guys came, and I made the mistake of putting my hand on the fence when I to rest myself. When I put my hand on my fence like this, click, the cuffs went on. So I made sure that the whole neighbors heard me. I said, "Yeah, y'all been shooting niggas lately, you know." I said, "What's this all about?" But I didn't give them no resistance. I went with them and stuff. But as I was going, I was waking up the whole neighborhood. So they took me in, and I spent the night because they wanted to know about the guns. I wouldn't let them search the crib, so they had to get uh, what you call that, a court order. Anyway, I was released the next day, but I believe that was a sit-up. I believe that was guys posing as salesmen. I normally don't let them in. They had a brother with them, you know, and feeling sympathetic for this black man, this young dude. I let him in, and I tried to give him some business, but they wanted too much for the vacuum cleaner. So, I found out later that they were going around doing this all over the area. But this let me know that they got it in that they gonna try to keep us in a certain position. And it's time for us to, we're not having it no more. So we ain't got to sign no papers. When you go to court, don't even go to court. We're going to talk about that later. We ain't having it no more. We ain't got to answer to them for nothing. This is Black Light. We'll talk about that.